What's going on, everyone? Juice Bags here, and welcome back to some Dungeon Defenders 2. It is Monday morning, so let's try just some sketchy-ass build. We are going to be doing the Coral Reef Town here with some Dragon's Nest. So mass destruction, and power transfer. Of course, now that the Dragon's range is basically non-existent, we don't necessarily need Dragon's Haste anymore, as the dragons just don't have very far to travel. So getting power transfer in there for that extra juice. And with that, we're going to be using the lovely Squire training dummy with Juggernaut, auto repair, and automation. Let's see what we can do. I think we're going to do very similar to that B build, but we're going to have to, adjust our wall placements based off of, the limited range from the dragons here. So we're going to go with just 2 dragons up top here. Still want to get all the bells and whistles on it. We're going to get all the pylons down. We're going to get a diffused buff beam. So we'll have a little diffusion action going there. And then a booster. Let me make sure I don't have anything sketchy on my booster. I do. All right, let's pull that out of there and go with let's go with a vamp. And then where do we want to put walls? I think like right here-ish will be a good place, maybe? I mean, the hex throwers in the final waves will be a little brutal. We're not going to have enough range to kill them, but I think that will work. Maybe. Let's find out here. Here we'll go right at the bottom of the stair to try to avoid a little of that line of sight from those hex throwers. Now, one downside about this setup is we're going to have nearly nothing to handle flyers. There will be a little bit of overlap, but not a whole lot. That is for darn sure. Let's see. We'll buff beam, get it diffused, and with our booster. Now we know the hex throwers will want to get uppity here. So let's just go ahead and we'll drop a reflect like that. That leaves 300 for the other lane, for the double lane here, which is actually pretty nice, I think. We're going to have to go with a training dummy relatively close on the bridge, so not taking advantage of that natural lane funnel that we've got there with that bridge, but I think it'll still be a good spot because I kind of wanted to put dragons somewhere here, maybe? And I think since this is a double lane, we can give them 1 extra dragon. Now, this is going to be enough out of the way, I think, where we're not going to have to worry about cyborgs, like, walking over and disabling this stuff. They're going to walk around to it here. They'll aggro it here, I would guess, and we'll disable it. But they shouldn't come right out of the spawn over to it, I don't think. We'll have to see how that goes here. We'll get our little reflect beam down. We'll get Boost Delicious. That leaves 10 DU left, so not really enough DU left to do anything. Let's see. We're probably going to have to help out on the flyers, so let's grab a ranged hero. Get a little hunter action going, imagine that. Let's see. We'll go with an upgrade there. I think 1 there. This lane, I think I'm the most worried about. Let's just get an upgrade on each of those, and let's see how it goes here. Of course, I will have to jump in and help out, as this is definitely not going to be a powerful build by any means. But let's at least see how Wave 1 goes without a whole lot of interaction. The dragons are still quite powerful, and arguably more powerful now, since we can use power transfer as that 3rd shard. But I am on Team Dragon, so I am still just not very happy with the range nerfs to the dragon. Still able to use them, but not like I like to, and not like I used to use them quite regularly. But still very effective defense, no doubt, if you can get over the fact that they got baby range. So that is always a challenge. It's going to be many, many months, I think, until people get over the dragon range nerf. That is for sure. and still quite expensive, you know, at 50 DU. A couple of people mentioned it over the last few days about with the DU reduction of the Ramster, saying they hope that comes to the Dragons, and I think that would be pretty fair, really, with that limited range. Little DU reduction would be just awesome. And here I was not supposed to intervene. Yeah, that wall got pooed on. That is bad reflect beam replacement. Replacement is what that was, though. Those little range go-boos were their bombs were just blowing up right there. Let's see. Let's move the reflect beam out a little bit. Remember, with Goblin bombers, if the bomb is not bouncing back and it's hitting the ground and exploding, that means your reflect beam is too close. So just move it back a little bit and you will be good. Let's see, let's get everything upgraded, or all the dragons upgraded once, and then I'm going to dump everything into that double lane. I still think, besides, you know, having to pay attention to the flyers, I do think that double lane is going to be where the problem is. In fact, let's just go ahead and upgrade this one twice. That way I don't have to jump up here again. Let's see, a few more ups. I think we'll just throw most of the mana into that lane until the dragons are fully upped. And then we'll focus on some of the others. We got one more wave here, I think, until we get a ton of hex throwers, maybe? Is it one wave, or will they be here wave 4? Looks like the frost orcs are close enough to get a little bit of slow on that first dragon. It shouldn't be a really big deal, because it's not affecting the other two. The Sharking gonna push in. Looks like this lane is just getting pushed, huh? Yeah, it looks like it's hitting all of the Frosties are hitting all of the dragons if they make the turn. So I think the upgrades are going to be pretty important there for that lane. Certainly not the smoothest of builds, but I do think we will. I think we'll be able to get a win. I don't think the build is going to be bad enough where we can't get a win on it. We can still use our lovely dragons. Got a Slakelion. We might as well get to slapping on Slakelion right away. See that he pops his head out. That particular lane, well, all of the lanes on this map have really, really deep spawns. So the slower moving enemies like Slakelion, it just takes a long time for them to come out. Got some more Flappy Birds over here. I'm kind of surprised that this wall, or that wall, has taken no damage. I thought for sure that wall might take a little pressure, but not too bad, really. Not too bad. Let's see. Let's just let it fly again. We'll get Slakelion, and then we'll upgrade as the waves are running. Alright, Slakelion down. We'll get our upgrades in over here. I think we'll get these dragons over here fully upgraded. And that should make a pretty big difference. Of course, the upgrade value is not great with dragons as well, being 50 DU. And I think that's one of the main things that would change if, you know, the cost of these bad boys got reduced. It would give more upgrade value, and I think that would make people be able to stomach the range nerf a little bit more. Of course, for new players, they don't know that the dragons used to be bigger. Oh no, I ignored the flyers. Not the way to go. I should have put one more node on that reflect beam, and that would have basically given us flyer protection. Little ogre action. Can't be ignoring the flyers on this one, that is for darn sure. It's crazy, still not one tick of damage on that dummy. Come on out, Malthius. I know you like to take your time, but I'm enjoying the fun. It's actually going way smoother than I thought. I mean, I thought that this was going to be the toughest lane over here. And it definitely is. You know, we could actually move those dragons right up to the top of that mushroom there. It would have no effect on their range, and then it would make them completely out of range as cyborgs and frost orcs. I think that would have been the play. I'm not going to rebuild it now with it being wave 5, but that would have definitely been the play, no doubt. I guess that's not a mushroom. That's like a coral something or another. Be underwater. I don't think there is. Are there underwater mushrooms? I don't know. Maybe. But, yeah, putting the dragons right here would have been the way. Right, we better watch for the flyers this time. If those flyers I ignored would have been, you know, really anything else other than those wyverns, I may have been in trouble. All right, flyers are clear. We got the lovely, lovely Cyclone Shaper. Altogether, pretty smooth. Smoother than I expected. This was, like, intended to be the Monday morning sketch build. And it's not near as sketch as I anticipated. Got a little Plaguing Hawk action there. Just get these flyers burned out at the source here, where we can ignore them. One over there, and we'll just put the pain on Mr. Plaguing Hawk here as soon as he pops his head. Come on out, homie. There we go. Good stuff. Yeah, this has gone just way better than I expected. This map has got a lot of options. You know, of course, everyone that's really grinding, like if you're trying to get seahorse pets or whatever, you're going to want to do the map as fast as possible, which is always important when you're on the grind. However, another thing, in my opinion, that's important when you're on the grind is mixing things up and having a little fun. It makes it feel like you're not actually grinding and that you're just playing. And that is quite nice. That is the dream. But yeah, I think these dragons need to go up top there. And besides that, I think we got a pretty well-rounded build altogether. Definitely a good farm build. Don't think this one will be in the AFK department if you're wanting to chill. But if you're wanting to play the game and you like using your dragons, this is just another way you can get it done. Little Siege Roller, we got a Drakenlord. The Drakenlord nerf kind of caught me off guard. I was not expecting that. I know the Drakenlord is very challenging for newer players until they figure out the Ignite situation. But, yeah, I did not expect that at all. Double Drakenlord. That one's ignored. Yep. We had one Drakenlord we didn't even need to think about here. And no, that was this Drakenlord, wasn't it? I'm not sure. Was that another Drakenlord over there? It looked like it was another Drakenlord. We got double rollers, though. Go ahead and blast this one out first. Then this guy. Oh, no, he's out. He's out. We do have a bunch of wall damage in over here. Oh, it... Huh. It was blinking red on the mini-map. Unless it just got lucky and recovered through it. I mean, that just seems a little odd, but It looked like it was blinking red. Maybe it's in my head. Maybe it wasn't actually blinking red from damage, but from just the hits. There we go. Pretty smooth sail and run altogether. I got to be honest, I'm a little surprised by that one. I thought that was going to be a super, super sketchy build, and it ended up not really being too bad. But there we go. That is Chaos 10, the Coral Reef Town, using our baby birds. So thanks an absolute ton for watching. I hope everyone has a wonderful week, and I will see you next time around. Take it easy.